see the USA Today article where they ranked the quarterback situations around the league from 1 to 32? 1 being the best quarterback situation, 32 being the worst. The best was Indianapolis because of Andrew Luck, and they've got a veteran quarterback who's actually taken another team to a Super Bowl in the past, Matt Hasselbeck. The Broncos were ranked number 10. They were ranked 10th. And my guess is not because Peyton Manning is a great quarterback, because Brock Osweiler is unproven. He's had very few, if any, meaningful stats. A little higher because of Peyton. And because we've seen Osweiler and he's looked okay.
And I said before the show started today that I would rank them in the top 6 or 7 if it were Peyton Manning and Jimmy.
Yes.
I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, really,
Jimmy can spin the ball.
Back in the years when he was in Indianapolis, you'd rated them in the top 5, and they had Sorges and they had
Painter
or whatever his name was, and because they never played. Guess what? Osweiler's not going to play in any meaningful time this year.
But even if he does, and they take that into account a little bit, even if he does, Brock has looked okay so far.
Would you think that he will play over Trevor Siemian if something happens to Peyton?
Yes, definitely.
Trevor Siemian is the best-looking quarterback in training camp.
I like him. I like him. I've
He's
told you
been
that.
the best guy
I asked the
in
question
games.
last week. Who would you take long-term right now, Siemian or Osweiler, to lead your team?
Do you think Zach Dysert will ever make another team?
Yeah, I do.
There are a lot of lousy backup quarterbacks.
Yes, there are.
Rex Grossman and Michael Vick have just been signed.
Well, let's talk about that. There are a lot of lousy quarterbacks, and there are a lot of lousy starting quarterbacks. Who are the worst? Which teams have the worst 3? Excuse me. Which 3 teams have the worst quarterback situation going right now?
Well, would you like to tell us what USA Today said, or
no? Let's just go you and me, and because we're going to be pretty close to USA Today. But let's go back and forth here, okay?
Okay.
The third worst quarterback situation, in my estimation, is going to be a shocker for you. It's the San Francisco 49ers.
Really?
Yeah. You know, Kaepernick took a step backward last year. If you look at his numbers, and you look at his effectiveness, and you look at their win-loss record, and now you look at the fact he lost his quarterback, who was his mentor, Jim Harbaugh, and that's a bad team around him. No Frank Gore. All right? No Crabtree at wide receiver. Vernon Davis, we don't know how good he's going to be. He's got one really good receiver in Anquan Bolden, and he's a possession receiver. A good one, but a possession receiver. So Kaepernick and his backup is Blaine Gabbert. All right. I guess, should I just do all 3 of mine? All right. My number 2, the Buffalo Bills. They've got 3 guys who all should be third-string quarterbacks somewhere. Castle, Tyrod Taylor, and
I've never even heard of Tyrod Taylor.
And
played a drop.
And EJ Manuel. And my number 1, by far, the Cleveland Browns. You know, Josh McCown is a veteran in this league who has had 1 good half season with the Chicago Bears, period. And then the backup is Johnny Manziel, who right now has an elbow problem, and they had to sign another quarterback because Manziel won't be able to play for a little while.
Do you know what the inspector said in Casablanca when he went in and found gambling in Rick's casino?
Shocking.
Yeah, I am shocked. I am shocked that you don't have the Chiefs in there.
Because of my love for Alex Smith?
Yeah. And who's the backup in Kansas City?
Oh, boy, that's a great question.
No, it's not. I don't know. I can't answer the question. I don't even know. Do you?
No.
Is it Chase McDaniel?
Oh, yeah, it is. It is. The kid from Missouri.
Missouri, yeah.
Chase Daniels.
Chase Daniels.
Yeah.
I thought he was in New Orleans, and maybe they let him go, and he's in Kansas City.
All right, your 3 worst quarterback situations.
Okay. Number 3, Jacksonville Jaguars. Bortles, we talked to Vito.
Stellino.
Yeah, I know. Vito. Hey, Vito. We talked to Vito, and he was talking about Bortles, and, you know, they got to expect a lot of things from Bortles. Not even Julius Thomas can make Bortles into.
I'm not a fan of
Chad
Bortles.
Henne, he couldn't play 5 years ago.
I actually like Henne better than Bortles, and Henne's not very good.
Number 2, I got the Buffalo Bills, Matt Castle, EJ Manuel, and whoever that other guy is. And the Jets are number 1 for me.
Yeah.
I thought you might throw Houston in there, and I believe USA Today had Houston in there. because they.
Yeah, I considered it. Brian Hoyer and Mallett, Ryan Mallett.
Fitzpatrick had a good had a good season until he got hurt last year, but Matt Flynn.
It still drives me crazy, Woody, that in a nation of, what do we have now, 320 million people in this nation, we still can't find 32 good starting quarterbacks? I don't get that.
Yeah.
Seriously.
And
all the kids that play football, high school, college, we can't find 32 good starting quarterbacks?
And I can't figure out whether their third string is Dan Petty or Tom Petty. Bryce, is it Bryce Petty?
It's Bryce Petty, yeah.
Yeah.
The kid from Baylor.
So I think we could include those, add the Jets, the 49ers. Kaepernick's
I know, I was trying to be provocative there. Yeah.
But Houston.
Brian Hoyer.
You know, I thought about
He has his moments. You know, I didn't put the Jets. Ryan Fitzpatrick has his moments. He really does. I mean, this guy, he's stuck around for a reason. Yeah, not all of them are good, but
he has his moments. It's a 60-minute game. A moment is like 30 seconds.
A small part of that.
I go back to Jimmy Armstrong, my other Jimmy friend, saying to me at the World Series once, "How'd your column go?" And I said, "I had a few good lines." And he said, "That's a problem. If you had a few good lines, you need 100 good lines."
Well, the thing with Fitzpatrick is I've seen him have 300-yard games. He has thrown for almost 20,000 yards in this league.
Jets don't need good, though.
No, defensively they're going to be okay.
Yeah, they're good defensively, but offensively.
Not a lot of talent in the skill position.
Yeah.
All right, that segment brought to you by Cooney Lexus of Greenwood Village, Colorado's #1 volume Lexus dealer, the only place I buy my cars. Woody drives a car from Cooney Lexus as well. We love our Lexuses from Cooney. They're easy to get to. I-25 in Bellevue, right off the freeway. A lot of great specials going on right now. Go see their new cars. Go see their certified pre-owned vehicles. You can see them all at CooneyLexus of GreenwoodVillage.com.